In last video, we talked about some of our top moments from 2023, from January to June. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the rest of 2023. So starting in July, July was a lot of work. We set up our house we're currently living in. I'm not going to say where because it's on the internet, but we had to furnish it, we had to list it, and then we had to go through screening tenants. I mean, I'm sure you can speak about that process. That was huge.
Yeah, it was very different and a lot of work, but shout out again to Chris and Paulo and Eric out there who've gone through this. A lot of great support. And shout out to Kayla because when we finished the last house, she had a lot of experience with Walmart and Amazon and Home Depot, so we kind of had all that down.
Let me just tell you, Walmart Plus, we're not sponsored, but that is such a hack, like for furniture. So just putting that out there. July was also the first time we went to our CPA, Mark Sherman. Check him out. He's great for the business. And that was a really cool, I think, experience for both of us because like that was the first time I was able to really be involved with the CPA, and that was pretty fun. The less fun thing that happened though is that we actually lost a client. No hard feelings though, wish them the best. But that was our first kind of like, ooh.
Yeah,
we learned that one. And then another thing that we were able to do in July was really boost up our business. Like we made a few purchases that really brought us to the next level. We got Elementor, Astra. We bought these like pop-up stand lighting for YouTube that we're not using anymore, but it was cool in the moment.
We use the sun now.
Exactly. Yeah. And then something that was kind of cool that we did and we should do again, honestly, is we had like online thank you cards that looked like they were handwritten, and we sent it to all of our clients, and it seemed like it was a pretty cool little gesture of goodwill. So that was July.
Moving on to August, that's when we actually started this YouTube channel. And I think moving on with one of the biggest lessons for anything in entrepreneurship is just to start. So when you look at our first video, it's like 1 or 2 minutes. We didn't even prepare the background or have any script. We just talked into the camera. So I was really proud that we were able to just start the channel, and I love to see the progression over time. You can see the difference between this video and our first video.
Yeah, huge difference.
We did a trip to Toronto. Shout out to the homie Thomas. Basically made us come out there, but it was well worth it, and I mean much worth the trip.
Heck yeah.
Kayla got to see Niagara Falls. We did a pretty exhausting day trip from where Thomas lives to Niagara Falls. And it was just very inspiring kind of seeing Thomas and his lifestyle, his friends. Shout out to Tanner if you watch this, Tanner. But Thomas and Tanner, man, they just like really kind of reignited our sense of entrepreneurship and kind of our direction moving forward. When we came back, we did our first conference. So part of our thought of getting more clients is to be attending conferences in our industry. So this is our first attempt to do that. It wasn't exactly the industry that we're in. It's kind of like a side industry, but kind of relevant. So anyway, good exposure, got to see what the landscape is like, and being able to prepare for a conference with our business cards, which didn't quite work out. Long story short, we had business cards made and we just left them all around the conference instead of networking properly, and then they probably mostly end up in the trash, but lesson learned. And while we were at the conference in Long Beach, it was just half an hour from one of our clients, so we visited one of our clients, which is pretty cool to just kind of do that business networking in person. We continue to make business purchases. So we subscribe to Google Workspace. So now we have a company drive with more storage space, and more importantly, being able to record our meetings for our teams or our clients or sales meetings so that we can review kind of how we did in our sales meetings. We started incorporating constant contact or learning more about email blast for ourselves and for our clients. I mentioned we created our own business cards, which we don't use anymore since we're not out in person. And again, always reinvesting. So we don't mind paying for like mentorship. So for example, when we go to Mark Sherman for the accountant, we're learning a lot about our finances. But also around that time period, we thought about boosting up our sales experience. So we basically like paid for mentorship online for experienced salespeople to get their advice on what we're doing. So that was really cool. Another thing that happened in August was that we continued to increase our team. So this is the first time we hired a YouTube producer and also a Google Ads person. And we also got our 6th client in August.
Yeah. Moving on to September. As you've probably seen or not, we have a few travel videos on our channel because we do love to travel outside of being in business. And September is actually when we had a little bit of an adventure in Europe. We went to Denmark, Norway, and Poland. And we'll link the videos down below because it's like a little bit more detailed, but it was really fun to, kind of explore some new places, go to see the nature, that kind of thing. And then on the way back, we actually stopped in Toronto again. Thank you, Thomas, for hosting us. The ducks were very awesome to watch.
Yes.
There was like a little pond that was pretty cool. And as we started getting back into the swing of things in Las Vegas, we actually kind of expanded our real estate knowledge by looking more into high-rise condos. So our realtor and our friend took us around, kind of checked out a few different places, which was really neat. And then because we were so inspired by our trip in August, we started this website that was basically supposed to be a directory or, help us get leads for med spas.
Yeah.
And then another cool thing that happened was in the last video, we talk about this thing called Amazon influencers. To just give you the short definition, it's shorts that are monetized through Amazon. And we actually had a special program that we participated in that actually paid us.
Yeah.
And I remember the moment when you came out, I think I was showering or something, and you're like, babe, guess what? And I was like, what? And you're like, we got paid from Amazon influencers, which was mind-blowing for us, I think, in the moment. Like, I don't think either of us were expecting that. But that was really, really fun to get that. And then, this year was not all successes. We definitely had some failed ventures, and there were great learning lessons. We had a faceless AI YouTube channel. Didn't really live.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
FYI.
Yes. We had a Shopify that I don't think anyone even knew existed. We had a few affiliate kind of things going on. We applied for some. Haven't heard anything back from those, but that's okay. And then we also had a personal blog that just kept getting neglected. So that one we said adios to. And, I think we learned from every single one of those things, how to be better. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think the main thing we wanted to show is we always see people who've become successful, but never see all the failures along the way.
Yeah.
And we just want to express that we are still trying new things and things are not working. So, that's, I guess, part of the journey of entrepreneurship. All right, October. So in the spirit of reinvesting into the business, our last set of phones were 2 years ago, I think 2021.
Yeah.
So we just made up another excuse to get the new iPhones. So we got new iPhones, business expense. We continue to try to do our monthly date nights. We entitled the October one Dim Sphere. For those of you who don't know, there's a new attraction in Vegas this year called the Sphere. We'll put a little clip of the emoji sphere. We went to go get dim sum and then saw the sphere from the outside, so that was really cool. I think we started running ads for ourselves in October. So we tried Google, Instagram, and Facebook ads. We've done this for our clients, but we were like, wait, we should try to market ourselves as well. So we did that. We got a new YouTube producer.
Yes.
So shout out to our YouTube producers in Egypt. We got 2 more clients. And then as part of our bi-monthly meetings with our CPA, he suggested that we file our company as an S Corp. So we did that. We started using Klaviyo as another form of email blasts.
Yes.
And then we finally started using QuickBooks, as we mentioned before. I still like my manual spreadsheet, but there's some automation we have with QuickBooks, and now we can share that with our accountant, so that'll be easier for him. Unfortunately, one of our YouTube producers from Egypt had to move on to other ventures, but thank you for referring us to the new team. So shout out to the new team, the old team, all the teams.
Amazing.
So thanks a lot for that. And that was mostly October.
Yeah. Now that we're winding down, we are getting into November. So we had another date night. We went to Ka, which is, if you don't know, a Cirque du Soleil show in Las Vegas. And we actually have a friend that was performing. So it was really cool to see them, flying through the air, basically. Something that was really big in November, we're not going to detail it too much, but we had a large financial life achievement within the business that was pretty exciting and allowed us to pay for our life expenses. So that was a great day. I don't know, do you want to talk about it at all?
No, I think we mentioned it before. Basically, we've hit a revenue which pays for the business currently and most of our life costs outside of the business. So still a lot of room to grow, but celebrate the steps along the way.
We're getting there. The other thing that was pretty cool that we're really looking forward to, and we'll probably do some sort of video about in the future, is in January, we're actually going to go to Cape Town with Chris and Paulo for a Hustle House. Let's go. So we actually booked the Hustle House, so we're really excited for that. Gregory got his second business card in November, so thank you, welcome bonus points. Thank you, Gregory, for doing that for us. So that was awesome. We were able to hire on someone to help us out with our website stuff. We got another client, let's go. And then we got someone to help us with our SEO, which was really helpful. So some of the things that we kind of talked about in November and regarding the business that was pretty interesting was like our pivot. So like, do we want to do all marketing for all med spas, or do we want to just do Google Ads? So we were able to make that kind of pivot into that. So it's a little bit more niche, a little less stress on us and our team. And then we also talked a lot about our Blue Ocean pivot. We can link a video that explains the Blue Ocean concept. It's a really great video. We suggest you look at it. And then another thing that happened in November was we got yet another client. November was not a bad month for us. Unfortunately, though, we did have to say goodbye to one of our EAs. She is off doing something new now, but we wish her the best. She was awesome. Yep. She still is awesome, by the way. And
the original executive assistant.
She was OG. So, we're excited to see what she's going to do. And then from there, we actually got we said goodbye to our website helper because he helped us.
Oh, right.
And,
that's right.
We wish him the best too. He was great as well.
Yes.
And then to kind of tie out November, we did land yet another client. So
let's go.
It was a great month. And I think we learned a lot from that month.
Yeah. Also, November, something pretty big in at least America is Black Friday.
Yeah.
So we took advantage of that to kind of upgrade our life in a lot of ways and kind of reinvest our business profits to things that would make us more efficient. So we bought a new NutriBullet, which is something we use to make smoothies. Previous to that, we had like an older Magic Bullet, which was not as efficient to use for Kayla. We bought a TV since we work mostly from home, and we really needed a new TV and also a TV stand. So basically, we have our TV attached to the stand, and we just roll it around the room depending where the best place to watch TV at the moment we're watching
awesome,
TV.
Actually.
We got a tripod, which is what the camera is on right now. Is it Joby?
Yeah, it's a Joby one. It's the one with the like arms that can move around and like caca.
It's amazing. It's very well high utility, I'd say, in a lot of different environments. So we'll be bringing that around. Some chargers that we have and some cable organizers just to make our office space more feng shui. Okay, so now we're in December. We got a new executive assistant. She is doing also super awesome. Welcome to the team.
So good, yeah.
We already hit my minimum spend for my second business card. So our mantra right now is like, as soon as we hit the minimum spend, get the next one. So thank you, Kayla, for getting the next business card.
Got you.
Just all about the welcome points as long as they're still around. We got our first real inbound lead from Instagram ads.
Thank you to our ads person.
Yes.
Great job.
It's kind of a soft lead, but it's a lead nonetheless. And as Grant Cardone says, all marketing works. It just takes time.
Yes.
And then I think the big thing this month is really trying to pay more attention to YouTube. And so shout out to one of our YouTube producers who gave us this awesome ebook on YouTube titles. So over the past week or two, Kayla and I have been really learning about YouTube titles and kind of renaming our previous videos and putting more thought into our titles in the future.
Yeah.